Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy. Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane Zinjiva Sono, and we're back at it again with another one, and we're going back to the NPA, the National People's Assembly of the Economic Freedom Fighters, that has kick-started. It is time for serious business right now. No more joking. And before we start, I would like us to address this issue of the national anthem without the Afrikaans stem in it. It's very important to understand as African people that the part of the Afrikaans in our national anthem was sang when our people were hanged, was sang when our people were unalived. So it's very important that when you sing this stem, you understand what is it that you sing. I gave a full tutorial on who wrote this stem, what happened, and all of that stuff. But I'm telling you, if you dig the history and analyze what actually happened there, it is very important to see what history tells about what this stem means. So I'm very proud of the EFF singing the national anthem without inserting the stem.
Composed by Enoch Sontonga without the stem. Because in the EFF we don't sing the stem because it was sung when our people were being tortured during apartheid. As stolen song fighters. Ngosi sikeleli Afrika maluphakanyisu phondo lwayo izwa imithandazo yethu Ngosi sikelela thina lusapho lwayo Ngosi sikeleli Afrika maluphakanyisu phondo lwayo izwa imithandazo yethu Ngosi sikelela thina lusapho lwayo sithi uza moya Hauza moya, oh moya woza, woza moya, oi ngcwele, Ngosi sikelela thina lusapho lwayo murena buluka sitjhaba sa Yesu ufedise dintwa le matshwenyego murena bulu sitjhaba sa Yesu ufedise dintwa le matshwenyego usibuluke murena hausitjhaba sa Yesu sitjhaba sa Afrika usibuluke usibuluke murena hausitjhaba sa Yesu sitjhaba sa Afrika makube njalo makube njalo kude kube ngunaphakade kude kube ngunapha makube njalo kude kube ngunapha kade kude kube ngunapha kade mandla.
Now that the national anthem is underway, it is good to start the National People's Assembly. Everybody is there. Everybody has registered. Over 2005 registered candidates that can vote from different districts, from different provinces. It's quite, like I said yesterday, it's like the EFF does not fail when it comes to organizing themselves. They really have a good organizing. I can bear testimony to that, because when they were here for their 11th anniversary, it was such a breeze talking to the people, getting the media tag, getting in the business and doing the business of the day. It was so easy. So for me, I know that the EFF never disappoints when it comes to organization. But now, the very important question that everybody was asking yesterday and still asking today is that question of Dr. Mbuyisani Ndlozi. Where is the man? Is the man going to the MK? Is the man leaving the party? What is going on with Dr. Mbuyisani Ndlozi? Our heads are now spinning because of this one individual. Marshall Dlamini was asked that question by Samkele and from SABC, and he answered it by saying that no man is bigger than the party.
At home.
Mbuyisani Ndlozi, has he communicated to the organization that is not available for any leadership position in this National People's Assembly?
No, he's not, but we're going to ask him respectfully so. And some girl, once we say respectfully so, that's a base. We can't go beyond that. We're not going to reduce our conference to an individual. We're here now on the third NPA. And this NPA is going to prove that no one is bigger than this organization. This is an organization of members of the EFF. You are a member, you know what is expected. So I'm not going to entertain any name. I've got 2,500 delegates that are here, and then it starts and it ends there, and we're going to humbly ask that let's move in that way. Everyone else that knows that is a member in good standing of the EFF is supposed to be here and will be here. But I can tell you now, without any fear or favor, no one is bigger than the EFF. The EFF is bigger than all of us.
How many votes?
Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, no man is bigger than any political party. But I think the EFF is being unfair to us in terms of the transparency of what is actually happening with Dr. Mbuyisani Ndlozi. Have they sidelined him? It's clear that they have sidelined him from participating in any economic freedom fighters activities. He's not there physically. I'm WhatsApping people that are there. They are saying they have not seen him. So some fighters were saying, no, he's going to come. He can register online. I told you, stop dreaming. Dr. Mbuyisani Ndlozi is not there. Julius Malema has repeatedly said without any doubt that he does not trust the man anymore. Does not trust him. So he's not going to be in the top 6. He's not going to be in leadership position. They are pushing him to have a safe exit by exit on his own. So after this conference, they're definitely going to deal with him, because after Godrich Gadi takes that seat of deputy president, they cannot avoid the question of Dr. Mbuyisani Ndlozi anymore. It is true, the leadership wanted to stick with the members that are already there, Umpile Maute, Mente, and Marshall Dlamini, Julius Malema, Lien, the spokesperson. I mean, they want to keep those people there and just add Godrich Gadi. If that is going to happen, it's going to spark a lot of debate for the economic freedom fighters. But I do agree, no man is bigger than any political party. Even Jacob Zuma, when he left the ANC, you could see he was not bigger than the ANC with that 15% that he got. But just like with the Jacob Zuma scenario, Dr. Mbuyisani Ndlozi is going to take a chunk from the EFF, and this will be embroidered in their memory going even to the next conference. That, listen, you remember what happened the last conference? If you don't match the party line, if you don't toe the party line, you're going to be dealt with, and Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi has been dealt with. I think we have to, at some point, stop making noise about Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, but I believe the EFF will cover his status in the party after next week, or maybe he is going to resign or something, or maybe we'll get a shock announcement from the MK political party come this this Sunday on their anniversary, that Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi has joined it. That is also a possibility. With the attacks that he's been doing on Jacob Zuma, it's going to be almost like a political career suicide for him, because people will just keep on playing that clip to say, hey, you are the one who said Jacob Zuma is old. You are the one that said, Jacob Zuma is a man that cannot be trusted. He's corrupt and everything. Today you join in the MK party. I think that's why Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi wanted to stay in the EFF, because of all the comments that he was making against Jacob Zuma directly, not even the MK, Jacob Zuma directly. And now those things are coming back to haunt him. I also want to talk about the speech of Julius Malema. He's busy making his speech as I'm recording this video, but I took a snippet of when he was talking about black consciousness. Why is it that Jacob Zuma wants black consciousness when it's convenient to him? Julius Malema is saying Jacob Zuma wants black consciousness because he's facing the grave. When he was in power, he never wanted black consciousness. When the people in Marikana were unalive, he never wanted black consciousness. Let's listen to what the CIC says.
Amongst the progressive forces, as part of the preparations for this Third National People's Assembly, we were questioned by our own branches as to what constitutes a progressive forces. We must have a coherent response to our own branches as to what continues to motivate certain alliances we have in society. But for the interest of defining our political moment, we must define what characterizes the progressive left in South Africa. To merely say you are progressive does not mean you are progressive. To merely state that you are on the left or that you are black conscious does not make you leftist or black conscious. To belong to these categories is proven through action, through ideological persuasion, through practice. Black unity has always been imperative in South Africa, but blackness should not be used as a shield for opportunism or to escape one's own wrongdoing. The disparate need for black solidarity must not be taken advantage of by individuals who manipulate the black identity to avoid accounting for how they have jeopardized the cause of black liberation. There are forces in South Africa today who have discovered the cause of black unity after they previously undermined it while they were in power, and this discovery is manipulative. You as delegate must ask yourself, where was this black consciousness and black unity when the Marikana workers were killed? Whose blood nourished the birth of this economic emancipation movement, while the so-called new leaders of black unity were sitting as state president and even justified the killing of mine workers in Marikana, who were all, by the way, black. Did the need for black unity not exist when the youth of this country were shot, jailed and killed for demanding free education under the new messiah of black unity? When the EFF offered its 6% in parliament to amend the Constitution of South Africa to expropriate land without compensation, and this was rejected by the former liberation movement, where was the black unity then? Fighters, we must never allow black consciousness to be misused to con our people into forgetting, nor allow it to sanitize the legacy of failure and corruption. There are individuals who committed themselves to undermining the liberation of black people while in government and now, in an attempt to rescue their legacy of compromise and collaboration as head of state, director generals, CEOs of strategic state-owned enterprises. They reach for black consciousness as they approach their grave. When they were fresh, they didn't know black unity. Now they see the grave, they see black unity. It is our revolutionary responsibility to vehemently reject black unity born out of convenience and opportunism, to tell those who live lives of betrayal while they govern, that Steve Biko will not welcome them on the other side because they are non-white and agents of capital.
I have to agree with the CIC. Black consciousness is not words, it's action. I believe that. That's why every day you guys hear me making noise about let's build the school, because I know we cannot get any award for black consciousness for building a YouTube account. We cannot get any accreditation for black consciousness and Pan-Africanism because we've got 1 million subscribers on TikTok. That is just utter nonsense. We as Africans must stand up and start building institutions. Now, what the CIC is doing, he's doing what I said he could have done at the rally of the MK political party, to say, you guys, this leader that you have now, number one, he's old. Number two, he was in power in the ANC. He did not implement anything that he's talking about. We gave him our vote to say, let's take the land back. They refused. The ANC, you remember, the ANC refused for that. Students were arrested. Some students from the fees must fall, like Abu Dlamini, are still carrying criminal records because of what happened in there. The criminal records were never wiped out, you know, so it makes it difficult for them to even work. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of students were arrested during the fees must fall. That was during Jacob Zuma's time. Yes, he indeed, after that, he did announce free tertiary education, but the ANC reversed it again. And it was at his last dying moment as he was exiting the power of presidency in the ANC. So it is true. Black consciousness and black power and black unity must be done at all times, not on your convenience. And what the CIC is saying also applies to him. But it is very important to note, to say, this Jacob Zuma that you guys are talking about, why did he not implement what he wants to implement today? We know, me and you, we understand, and I think the CIC also understand because he was from the ANC. The vehicle was totally different. The vehicle of the ANC, it's a captured vehicle. It's a vehicle where many hands are holding the steering wheel, not one man is directing it. Jacob Zuma found it very hard operating in the ANC. I remember when he fired Pravin Gordhan, the ANC was against it, the Communist Party was against it, white monopoly capitalism was against it. The man tried, Shem. You understand? He tried. But what Julius Malema is raising is very much relevant. So I wanted to speak about it, to say black consciousness and black unity must not come at your convenience. So like I said, this thing applies to Julius Malema also. In the future, he's going to want to unite black parties. They're going to say, but you want to unite when you want to. When it was time to unite with the MK back then, you never wanted to unite. Why do you want to control us in unity right now? That is the issue that I have with black parties and black leaders. Everyone wants to be in control. Everyone wants to be the initiator of black unity. Everyone does not want to follow. It's very difficult for us as African people to advance at a stage where we are no longer power orientated. The egos get put aside and work gets done for our people. So our people, they just believe in their power. The EFF will keep their 10% and not give it to anyone, and not unite with anyone, because they believe their ideology is superior to all the other political party ideology. He's talking about you can say you are black consciousness, Mr. King said so on YouTube. You can say you are a Pan-Africanist, but saying it does not mean that you are it. I think that is so very important. In Christianity, we say we'll judge the pastor by his flock. You understand? Don't tell us who you are. Show us what you built. That is very important for Pan-Africanism. And that is why I constantly stress the thing to say, guys, what are we doing for the next generation? Because I would dare even say that politics is not even the ultimate solution. Starting a political party does not mean that you're going to secure any security or any changes for the next generation. Look at Azapo, almost dying. A very strong political party in the beginning. Look at the PAC. We can name the political parties over and over. Politics and politicians come and go. If you don't build solid infrastructure, solid organization that is going to outlive us, we are not going anywhere. That is why I'm saying let's build the school so that when we are no longer here, they can point at the school and say those people did 1, 2, 3. You understand? The political party is going to change. The people who died for the ANC, when they look at the ANC today, it's not the same ANC. And it is without doubt that the EFF 30 years from now will not be the same EFF. The MK 10 years from now will not be the same MK. When leaders go and parties are infiltrated, especially in elective conferences, political parties, they change their stance, nothing in jail. So for me, I'm very, very impressed with what is happening there. I saw there were some performances and everything. Everything is going well. We are watching what is going on. I will come back a little bit later to report on any breaking news that comes out, that emerges from the conference. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. After you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.